up, guys? Matthew here.
Rodrigo here.
This is Electric Games. Welcome to the channel. We're just going to share with you our thoughts on the new Tesla Model Y reveal, give you some specs, walk you through it. We're going to hop on my computer, do a build. So we're just going to chat about this going forward. So Rodrigo, what do you think so far after that reveal?
Well, I saw the Model Y and I have a Model 3 Performance, and I spent hours changing the car because I don't think it's a good looking car. I mean, many people have different views. I honestly don't think it's a good looking car. People are like, oh, well, it's a great car. It's very basic. It looks more like a Honda Civic, and there's nothing wrong with a Honda Civic. But a Honda Civic doesn't do 0 to 60 under 3.3 seconds. So that makes it really wrong. I always say this to people, it's like, if you buy a BMW 420i, you get an M4, it's completely different car.
Two separate cars.
Two different cars. You see an M4 and it's like, damn. And that's a price range of the Model 3 Performance with the build on.
And that's a good car.
And that's a good car. The M4 is a great looking car. I mean, you can get a cheaper car. M2 competition. Yeah. M2 competition, that thing is amazing. You get on the blue, gorgeous car.
It's got the M4 engine in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, so there's a lot of competition out there. And the Model Y, I mean, we're looking at the builds and everything, but...
So we're sitting here watching last night, and what was the first thing you said when it first got revealed?
I was like, oh my god, that thing is so ugly.
It's hideous.
It's hideous.
It's a terrible looking car.
It's like, oh my god, like I spent so much time trying to make my Model 3 look good, and they're like, oh, well, we're gonna do the opposite of make it look worse. Yeah. It's like, I'm looking at the picture right now, I mean, that thing is...
It's just not a good shape. It's just not good.
It really is the Model 3, just like somebody pump it. The gap is huge. I mean, they even Tesla know. I mean, Elon wasn't excited at all. You can see the guy. Oh yeah,
let's bring it out.
There we go.
There's the Model Y.
There's the Model Y. Good luck with this. And even he was like, probably this is gonna sell more than anything. And I bet you this is gonna be the best selling car Tesla does.
Which makes no sense. It's like the ugliest car, but it's the most practical.
I guess
it's like, I mean, for like the everyday person, everyday family, this is the most practical Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, people are not thinking about like, oh, what's the fastest 0 to 60? What's like?
No,
I mean, I'm looking at the wheel again. Look at that. They put plastic on the side. That just looks like bad.
That's supposed to make it more efficient but it looks terrible.
It looks terrible. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the wheels. I mean, you can get 20-inch wheels, but this is higher.
Let's go through here and let's do a build. So we got our computer right here. We're gonna go through and build this thing out. So. We're on the website and you go to build a car. This is what comes up for the Model Y. So this black, I like that color.
The black is actually the only color that they don't charge you.
Really?
It's standard color.
Well, if I was to get a Model Y, I'd definitely get black to try to hide the car as much as possible. I would not be getting a flashy color, but long range, 42,000.
When we talk about this, when we talk about the specs, I mean, this is the long range. The long range is the cheapest one they have. Just one more on the back, which defeats the purpose of a crossover SUV, because that's what they're trying to be, because you want an all-wheel drive. I mean, if you live in a summer place, I give you that you might be okay, but at the end of the day, if you care about safety or your family, you know you need an all-wheel drive.
I would, yeah. Let's see.
So let's talk about like the more realistic one, right?
The long term. Well, let's do the cheapest one.
The cheaper one.
Let's see the cheapest one, then we'll go through and we'll do the highest performance one.
So the cheapest one, I'm looking at right there. See, the cheapest one is the standard range.
I mean, these are actually wheels. These aren't the little caps that come on the wheels.
No, those are plastic caps. They have wheels inside.
God, they look terrible.
I know, they are plastic.
Okay. 18-inch.
They're supposed to be really good, but like MPG or some stuff like that. Well, why don't we go, instead of building it,
MPG is electric.
Yeah, I know, but they do have MPG. Why don't we go back to the car? Go back to the car, and then let's talk about it, because you see, top speed 130 miles per hour. And you're like, well, most families are not going to go 130 miles per hour. But this is an electric car. This is not an engine car. It's not like you're getting the top gear. The problem with electric cars is like, I have one, and like when you're accelerating, it really dies down. So if you're going 130, if you're going from 60 to 80, you're trying to pass a car, I bet you it's going to struggle. Because if the top speed is 130, it will definitely struggle to ever pass a car. It will be like very slow car, and you're paying a nice chunk of money.
I'm just trying to look at, I googled the Toyota Corolla top speed, trying to see what it is.
I imagine top speed is like 130. I imagine.
Toyota Corolla, man. This is saying no, there's no way. It's not 158.
158 miles per hour, no.
It might take forever to get there.
There's no possible. There's no way. Yeah. Well, but also the range. Talking about the range. So the Model 3, the range is based off pretty much sorcery, I would say, because There's no way of actually measuring the range with
And
this
you'll be
thing.
driving and all of a sudden just lose 20 miles.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
like,
and like that happens a lot. Depends on the speed, depends on the wind and the weather. The best thing
and
I
how
say,
you're driving it too.
how you driving it. But if you put it in autopilot, the best thing will be summer weather. So if you're looking at this car, you have your family, you know. Let's say, oh, you have your family, you have your wife, you got your kids in the back. The whole thing is packed. So that thing is gonna be way more. That top speed is gonna even be like, it's not gonna get it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget these numbers are peak condition numbers. So
Yeah,
like
peak condition
it's like the
numbers.
lightest driver. It's like nothing in the car. It's all that stuff. But when you load up a family, when you consider all the variables, like these numbers aren't accurate.
Well, I mean, and we're talking about road trip. That means it's 300 miles, and that's if you fill it up like all the way. You never
With
fill
no
it up.
extra weight, none of that.
Well, also like they recommend you to always keep your battery 90%. So that's not 300 miles. That's probably like 260 something, you know. And then that's not last that long.
Well, let's see. What does the range change?
Yeah, it gets
It actually
slower.
goes down.
It goes down. So see, now we got the dual motors. So you want to get the dual motors. That's what, like 100. Okay, show me these.
Dual motors.
It's not that price though. That's after savings. So it's actually $51,000. Yeah, you see, it's a real price. But also,
All right, let's build on the performance. I want to see that.
we only came with the performance.
It's kind of funny. It's like I'm curious to who buys the performance Model Y. It's like if you're gonna go for the performance Model Y, why not just get a Model 3?
I guess you need the space.
I mean, the Model 3 has a lot of space for that car.
It really has a lot of space. People were talking about, oh, it doesn't have a lot of space. It has a front trunk. It has a huge trunk on the back. It's the same trunk. It really is the same trunk on these. The only difference is like, oh, the angle opens differently. Also, you have an extra trunk under there. And you saw we feel like the whole grocery is there. It's a good trunk.
It's a good grocery getter. If you're looking for a grocery getter, get a Model 3.
Unless you say that you have insane family and you need all the space. But at the end of the day, get a Model X. Spend the extra money, get the Model X. If you cannot get the extra money, then get a Model 3.
Yeah.
Because you want to get the range. If you're talking about a family car, you need the extra space. You need to talk about the range.
Wow, look at this. $3,000 extra for the extra seats in the back.
Yeah, that's 2021 delivery. 2021.
Yeah. $3,000 to carry two, and those seats are.
No, seats are the
Like
kind.
they're not. They're like kid seats, basically.
I feel like they're more like, it's just, they're like a joke.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, let's just not get the seats. Let's move forward here.
You want to get the autopilot. The autopilot is $3,000, and you want to get the full self-driving. Go up down, extra $5,000. You want to get the full self-driving.
Yeah, that's what makes a Tesla a cool Tesla. So.
That's what you really want to get.
Okay,
And then what we're looking at, we're looking at 68, excluding taxes and fees. So you have to think about the taxes, the fees, the registration. Yeah. Each state is differently. So we're looking at what? Let's say a nice number, 70 something.
72 to 73.
72 to 73. Yeah. What car does it there's only one car that comes to my mind where I would get if I'm looking for performance, if I'm looking for a space. What car do you think?
In my head.
In my head, it's only one car.
You're thinking probably.
You know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but I'm thinking a RS5, the new 4-door.
But that's not an SUV.
No. Okay. What are you thinking?
There's only one car I will buy for that price.
What is it?
Porsche Macan.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean, a good looking car. The Porsche Macan is perfect. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. It handles like a Porsche.
It handles like a Porsche. I mean, nothing wrong with the Tesla. I mean, I didn't draw the Model Y. The Model 3 handles amazingly. Well, and we're talking about the best. You can get a Porsche Macan really cheap. They start at 40 something.
Yeah, I think the only thing is, would you want the power? You don't want to get a 4-cylinder model or a 4-cylinder Macan.
There's nothing wrong. It still has I think it has like almost 300 horsepower, which that's pretty much what you're gonna get. And I bet you money you're gonna get 155 miles per hour.
Yeah, you get more character in the car too.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I mean, you see more quality in the interior. There's more stuff. I mean, I get it that many people wanna get. Many people are like, oh, why don't I get? Well, I want to get an electric car. And again, if you want to get an electric car.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, I feel like they want to be a part of Tesla. They want to have a Tesla. They want to be in the Tesla, community or whatever, the niche. And in the Model Y, it's that car where the Model X is too expensive for most families. Let's just be real. Yeah. The Model 3 is like, okay, we can afford it, but we're going to sacrifice, our ability to do a lot of stuff. We're going to sacrifice convenience. The Model Y It's perfect for most American families. You know, those soccer moms out there, they're gonna be all over this thing.
Oh, they don't love it.
You know what I mean? Like, this is like, oh, they can get a Tesla, you get all the cool Tesla experience, you're driving a Tesla, it's practical, it's fairly cheap. I think this thing's gonna sell like crazy, even though it's probably one of the ugliest Teslas.
Oh no, I
that
think
they
it's
sell,
huge.
hands down.
But also, I will say this: what is this car not good for? Because I mean, it must be good for all this stuff. But if you actually want to use this car, let's say that you get the
It's not good for road trips.
let's get you get the long range all-wheel drive, and you get the long range all-wheel drive, and then that one has a 280 miles range. So if you charge it to 90%, let's say you have 260 something miles, but then you actually, and let's say you're in a budget, so you don't have a house, you live maybe on a big city, you live in an apartment, you live in a place that you don't have an access to a garage, your house, and you cannot charge your car. So if you cannot charge your car, where are you gonna charge it? Supercharging stations. Or so let's see this: you have 260 miles. You live in a winter place. You know, in the winter, the range gets destroyed in these things.
Yeah.
You go to work, you leave your car outside, you have no range. Where you gonna go? You have to pick up your kids at school? Oh no, sorry honey, I can't pick you up. I have to charge my car.
Yeah.
Because daddy cannot plug it in the wall.
This would be a good, like, get around town grocery getter
Yeah,
type car, but
I feel like people need to think about this. You need to have a garage, and you need to have available to charge this car. If you cannot charge it at least 25 miles per hour, which that's a nice thing, this car is not worth it. You go to work, you leave it at work. If it gets too hot, the AC will start working, so the range is gonna get slower. Then if it's too cold, the range gets muted. This is one thing people are not talking about the Tesla. Like, oh yeah, they're so cheap, accessible for everybody. Yeah, but not everybody has a house with a garage.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the model of owning a Tesla and saving the money, it makes sense if you have money to facilitate the Tesla.
Yeah.
If you don't have the house to have the Tesla, the garage, the charging, all that stuff that goes with owning it, it doesn't make sense. Go get a gasoline engine, because we're just not there yet as a society. But
people talking about the new supercharging. Oh, it charges in 1,000 miles per hour. There's only one. There's two now.
And you
in
should
California.
never buy a car based off future information that is not here yet.
Oh no, of
It's
course.
like don't buy this car expecting them to make this, because that's completely out of your control. You have no control over that.
No.
Something might come up. The supercharger in your city might not be built for another 6 months. Like, you don't know.
I mean, there's all these tiny other chargers over there, but you had to drive to there. You had to plug it in there, and they charge slow. The superchargers are the only one who charge fast, and the problem with the superchargers are like, it's not like getting gas. It's not like you get gas. Like, oh, you fill up. You have a nice car with amazing miles per gallon. You fill up once a week. You fill up once a week and you're good to go. The gas is there.
And you can spend less than 10 minutes at the pump.
10 minutes at the pump, and then the gas is there. It doesn't matter if it rains, snow, doesn't matter anything. The car is there, and that's the problem with this car. Like, if you don't have a garage, you leave it outside. It keeps getting hot. The battery keeps dying. It keeps getting cold. The battery keeps dying. Everything keeps happening to this car. So this car needs to be only constantly plugged. And people are not really talking about this, because like the whole point about this is be good for the environment, great cars, but convenient. If you really don't have a charging spot,
It's not
gonna be convenient. I mean, I'm gonna give you an example. Like when I drive to Colombia, right? Here to Colombia, I fill up my car, and I'm not speeding. And I'm putting autopilot. I'm cruising there. Like, I'm going at the speed everybody goes. Everybody goes 75 to 80 miles per hour in the highway. That's the speed everybody goes to South Carolina. So I put it over there. It's 120 miles. I get pretty much. I'm 90% 179 miles. When I get there, I maybe have 110 miles. And I cannot make it back. I mean, unless I stop and I supercharge the Sunday. So I have to go in Colombia, do my business I do there, and then go charge my car, then go back to my house, and then again I have to leave it charged in my house if I have a fast charger.
It's a lot of extra work.
It's a lot of extra work. People don't realize it, and that's one thing you should definitely think about. Think about these. Don't get like, oh my God, it's finally getting there. Because I see these people all the time in the channels, be like, oh my God, finally this $35,000. I'm stretching my way. I don't know if I can afford like the extra $2,000.
Never do that.
You should never do that, because this is a luxury item. It's great car. Even if you have a garage, cool. You plug it in there. You put the charger. That's like $500 for the charger installation. You can do it yourself. You can hire somebody. That's perfect. That's great. Also, think it's not. When you do road trips, it's gonna be like other time, which is nice. I like it, but it's not like, oh yeah, I can park it in my street.
It's not the deal of the century right now.
It's not the deal of the century.
It's a good deal for the right person, but not for everyone.
It's not for everyone. That's the better way to say it.
Yeah. But overall, I think it's going to sell very good. I think it's going to help transition the whole, Tesla movement, electric car movement.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So it shows that it's just
crossover.
Yeah.
That's the biggest seller. You see them everywhere in the
That's
town.
like one of the hottest selling cars in the United States. Pickup trucks and crossovers, Americans love them.
Yeah.
So, now you got an electric one. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's a little pricey.
Oh, for the average person, yeah.
For the average person, because it's not a good looking car. This is the person who buys a Honda Odyssey or a Honda CRV. There's like not good looking cars, but how much are those? Like $28,000-$30,000?
Honestly,
I have no idea. I would guess. I mean, and like this price is starting at what? What it starts at? Which are we looking at?
Started at 40 something. What was it?
Let me get on this one. I have to go to bill. Order now. Yeah, it starts at 47 before saving.
Yeah, that's pricey.
But then you have to put like your title and all the taxes and everything. People never think about that. You need to think about that when you buy a car. You really need to think about what's the price out the door. What's the price to own the car?
Cost of ownership.
Cost of ownership. What's going to be the insurance? Because this car you don't have to put any gas or anything. Because the gas is not the most expensive thing. Because the gas eventually gets expensive.
Because if you're buying this thinking, hey, I'm going to save on gas, and all of a sudden you get hit with a property tax bill that's 4 times the amount of your old one. Well, you didn't save on gas. You just switched that expense over from gas to property taxes. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's really not there.
So anyway, just think about all this stuff. It's a cool car. I think it's gonna sell a lot. I don't think it looks good, but
I don't think that's good.
That's fine. It's still gonna sell. But if you go to buy one, just make sure it makes sense for you at the end of the day. But that's kind of our first thoughts on this thing. We watched the reveal last night, and we looked over the car today, and it's exciting for Tesla. We would never buy one, but
you actually just say it exactly as Elon said. There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. And he even said, I bet you it's going to be the biggest settlement. And I bet you money that thing's going to sell like crazy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get the numbers on how big are the pre-orders. I mean, this car is like, I'm looking at like, what is the delivery of this thing? The production will begin expected next year. So you can reserve yours, and it's going to take a whole year. Tesla's still doing that,
They're still trying, but...
Still trying, They love to get that free money. Oh yeah, give me all the cash, and then we build the cars later. And it's a great way. I mean, if I gotta be honest, the only good thing I could say about this car would be the Chrome Delete.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with the Chrome Delete. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know why that's not an option for all the cars.
I feel like, because the other ones are not that ugly. So it's easy.
If this had chrome on it, it would be just, like, terrible.
I'm looking at this thing. Imagine these things. The archers over there, like right there. The archers would be. Oh man, that would be awful.
No, but awesome guys. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts, comments below. We're curious to hear what you have to say. Like, subscribe. We greatly appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thank you guys.